Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everyone I have missed, with a statement and with my heart, welcome to your encounter with me, Ayakara. Today we are continuing with Phoenix Wright. I hope I can recap some of what happened in the last streams in this case. Okay, so let's look at the court record. Okay, so in this case, it seems like Edgeworth, a gifted prosecutor who is also our friend, or our rival, our friend, our friendly rival, it seems like he shot somebody on a boat in a lake, and the victim was Robert Hammond. Robert Hammond, this case is very strongly linked to another case which was 15 years ago, and that case is known as the DL6 incident. And in that incident, this guy, Robert Hammond, which is the victim in this case, was the defense attorney. And this guy was the victim in the DL6 incident, and he was also a defense attorney, and he was Miles Edgeworth's father. So that is a very good motive. So it seems like Miles killed the defense attorney for bailing the real murderer out of the case, or out of the DL6 incident. Furthermore, involved in this DL6 incident is Misty Faye, the mother of Mia and Maya, who are our Phoenix's mentor and Phoenix's current assistant, who are all spirit medium, because it's a family of spirit mediums, and she disappeared after the DL6 incident. Further of note is Lotta Hart. She claims to be a research student, like it says, and she camped out on the lake photographing shooting stars. That's what she claims, but her camera is rigged to trigger on loud noises, so that's very shady. So she has some photos of the murder, but it was very foggy outside, so you can't really see who it is, who's shooting whom, who's holding the weapon, and so on. Yeah, it's also weird that the automatic camera would be pointed at the lake and not at the sky. Hey Sess, welcome to the stream, thanks for coming by. Yeah, somehow we also ran into Larry Butz, who was the client in the first case, and Marvin Grossberg, who is Mia's mentor and also a defense attorney, and of course hello Matt, thanks for coming by. I hope you will enjoy this case. And yeah, Dick Gumshoe, as always, is a detective in this case and is in charge of the initial investigation. So yeah, all we have is a very suspect witness but a good motive. and a whole lot of nothing. That's basically what we have. I'm pretty sure we can cross-examine Lotta Hart so that her whole statement doesn't make any sense. I'm not sure we will get anything useful out of it, but we'll see. Okay, so Karma? That's right, Manfred von Karma. He's the best prosecutor there is. He hasn't lost a case in his 40-year career. He's a god of prosecution, right? A god. Not a single case? He'll do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. Sounds like someone else I know, Edgeworth. You don't understand. I mean, he'll really do anything. Manfred von Karma is a man to be feared. That's quite a claim coming from someone who forges evidence. He taught me it really means to prosecute, what it really means to prosecute. What? Just picture a prosecutor as vicious as me, multiplied by a factor of 10. Oh, so he was your teacher then, Mr. Edgeworth? Something like that. And now he's trying to get you found guilty? What a creep. Oh wait. Maybe he's planning on losing on purpose to help you out. Not a chance. He hasn't lost once in 40 years. 40 years. He's as ruthless as me, times 20. That's pretty ruthless. Like I said, he's a god among prosecutors. I guess that's something like Mia was to me. Speaking of Mia. Maya? Uh-huh. We could really be using Mia's help right now, don't you think? Oh. I can't. Sorry, I tried, I really tried. But I couldn't reach. You couldn't reach? I think it's because I haven't been training. My powers are weak again. Oh man, what a bad timing. Karma's Edgeworth is dead, I'm calling it. You didn't pay attention. This guy is Edgeworth is dead. Gregory Edgeworth, and he was killed 15 years ago. Oh, now we have a picture of Manfred von Karma. Look at him. Oh boy, what a guy. Oh man, what bad timing. I'm really sorry. I'll try my best. I hope so. What are you whispering about? Oh, it's nothing. Well, it's time. Let's head in. I have no idea how to voice that guy. No, but no, it's not the case. If we continue playing the Phoenix Wright games, we will encounter the daughter of Manfred von Karma. Oh, you weren't here last stream, okay. And you weren't here from the beginning, so you weren't here when I recapped what happened. I'm not gonna recap again. You will have to figure it out. Puzzle it together. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. von Karma, is the prosecution ready? Fool! You seriously think that I stand here? Oh, I have to intentionally do a German accent. You seriously think that I would stand here, where I'm completely not prepared? Right, my apologies. He's even got the judge scared. Very well. Your opening statement, please. Decisive evidence. A decisive witness? What else could possibly be required? Nothing, of course. That should be fine. The prosecution may call this first witness. yeah, there's only one judge in this game. It's always the same guy. He's always a little bit bumbling and a little bit, yeah. Who was this guy? Is he royalty or something? How am I supposed to fight against this? I call the detective in charge in this case. Detective Dick Gumshoe. Okay, Gumshoe's first. Let's see how this goes. Describe the incident, now! Yes, sir. Detective Gumshoe looks nervous. Please, take a look at the map. The murder happened late Christmas Eve, around midnight. There was one boat in the very middle of the lake. There were 2 men on the boat. Now, there happened to be a woman camping here on the edge of the lake. At 12 AM, she heard 2 pistol shots. 2 pistol shots. Interesting. Then the boat started to move. It went towards the boat rental shop. Overhead map added to the court record. Testify to the court about the arrest, now! Hello, Brett. Yes, it's this guy, Manfred von Karma. Wait, Mr. von Karma. Yes. Actually, I'm the one who's supposed to be handling these proceedings. Wrong. There's only one thing you need to do here. You will slam down your gavel and say the word guilty. That's your role. Oh, it hurts so much to force this German accent. Yes, of course. You're right. No, he's not. A man called into the station around 30 minutes after midnight. We headed to the scene of the crime as fast as we could. There we found Mr. Edgeworth. Now, I didn't suspect anything. I didn't suspect him of anything at all. But the next morning, a body was found in the lake. So we had to arrest Mr. Edgeworth. I see. Very well. Begin your cross-examination, attorney. Now! A man called in the station around 30 minutes after midnight. We received a call from a man. Oh, right. Interesting. But you said there was a woman camping there. She was the one who heard the gunshots, right? His voice. No, we are not putting Edgeworth away. We are defending him. You love karma. That woman and the man who called in the report are 2 different people, obviously. Different people? There were 2 witnesses. Their testimonies were quite similar, however. Today, I've summoned the woman who was camping. The woman who was camping, not a heart. What happened next, detective? You're so fancy. We headed to the scene of the crime as fast as we could. How long was it between receiving the report and your arrival at the lake? Well, I'd say it was about 3 minutes. That's pretty fast. Our motto for the month is get there quick. Detective, you will refrain from casually revealing department secrets. Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. I look forward for your next year's salary review. So much to look forward to these days. This is not the time for dejected daydreaming. Continue. Yes, sir. Yes, it's supposed to be. It's so deep. I'm not even sure how it's in the Japanese original, but this is very, very much perfect. That's where we found Mr. Edgeworth. What was Mr. Edgeworth like when you saw him then? Well, from what I saw, he looked pretty relaxed. Not like a murderer at all, really. Detective, the court requires the facts, not your opinion. How many years have you been on the force? Facts only, detective. Hard, cold, objective facts. Yes, sir. Man, he's got his share of objections. No, I didn't suspect him of anything at all. I object to him being an asshole. Objection. Yeah, objection. What is the opposite of overruled? Not overruled. He's definitely an asshole. Sustained, thank you. Why didn't you think he was suspicious? You should know. We have a deep trusting relationship with the prosecutor. Detective, the court isn't interested in your musings. I object him existing. Deep, trusting, poppycock. I've never heard from so many flippant comments from an active detective of the force. Detective Gumshoe doesn't look so good. Continue, now! But the next morning a body was found in the lake. Did you find any clues on the body? A single bullet was recovered from the body. You read the deep, trusting poppycock as something completely different. Of course you did. He was shot through the heart, fatally. Judge, here's the bullet. It didn't strike bone, so its shape is very well preserved. Very well. The court accepts this bullet into evidence. Found in the victim's body, fired from a .22 caliber pistol. Interesting. Why is that? Well, we found the murder weapon in the boat. The murder weapon? A pistol. Detective Gumshoe. That is a vital piece of information. Please revise your testimony. Right. Sorry, Your Honor. Lotta said she heard 2 shots, so maybe a second body. So it's a kill-suicide. The problem is, there were only two people on the boat. That's the one thing you can see on the foggy photos. The murder weapon found in the boat was decisive evidence.
Nick? Doesn't it seem like Detective Gumshoe is being a little vague? I bet Von Karma is feeding him lines.
His testimony probably filled with landmines just waiting for me to press.
What do we do?
Grit our teeth and press, I guess. What else can we do?
Well said, Nick. You're the man.
Okay, so we have to press on the revised statement. Alright. What about the pistol made it decisive evidence? Ugh, he has the same evil laugh as Edgeworth. There are fingerprints on the pistol, found in the boat. They were clear prints from Mr. Edgeworth's right hand. Ha! I don't know if any of you remember, but in the beginning cutscene that nobody has seen, Edgeworth was holding the pistol in his left hand. I think. I think I explicitly pulled attention towards it, so.
What?
Order! Order! So, Mr. Edgeworth's fingerprints were found on the murder weapon. Yes, Your Honor.
Judge, this is the weapon in question.
Accepted into evidence. The murder weapon 22 caliber fired 3 times. There's prints from Mr. Edgeworth's right hand.
Members of the court, we now have his pistol used in the murder and the bullet found in the body. Detective.
Yes, sir.
Was the bullet found in the body fired from this pistol?
Yes. The ballistic marking on the bullet matches this pistol. So, Edgy was definitely there and picked the gun up after the murder. It seems that way, yes. I mean, it's also possible that the opening sequence is wrong, but they weren't so far, so he did have a pistol in his hand, and Edgy was definitely there, yeah. Is there any way to prove Edgeworth is left-handed? We'll see. I mean, we can. Then he couldn't shoot well. The ballistic markings on the pistol matches the pistol.
Hey, Nick. What does he mean, ballistic markings?
Shocking. To imagine someone here does not know something as basic as ballistic markings. The right hand bit was in red, so it feels like it's a bait and switch. I think everything that's of note is colored. Give him a form to fill out and see. I actually shoot guns with my feet. We can just call Edgeworth into the witness stand. I mean, he does have to tell the truth. We can just ask him, are you left-handed or are you right-handed? That's a question you can ask.
Nick, he's glaring at me.
Sisk. Very well, I'll explain. Actually, Judge, you do it. It's too easy. This is already too crazy. We can just put a little bit of normalcy in it, it's still crazy enough.
Me? Ballistic markings are like the fingerprints of a gun. The barrel leaves distinctive marks on each bullet it fires. You can examine these ballistic fingerprints to see which gun fired the shot. It's quite accurate. Indeed. This leads to one inevitable conclusion. The bullet found in the victim's heart was, without a doubt, fired from this pistol. The pistol, which, as you may recall, was covered in the defendant's own fingerprints. Order! Order!
This is bad. This makes it look like Edgeworth did it.
Well, Judge? I'd say it's almost decisive, yes.
See which hands he puts down the lever that will fire all nuclear weapons of America into the world. Well, that would be crazy, indeed. But I don't think we have such a lever in this courtroom.
Honestly, I could declare verdict at this point. However, you wish to hear the witness speak, no doubt. Very well. I'm somewhat fatigued, and so I will take a brief break. I will call my witness after the recess, which will last 10 minutes. Judge? Yes? What are you doing? A 10-minute recess now? But wait, Just bang your flimsy gavel and get on with it, man. This court will take a 10-minute recess.
Who's running this court anyway? Van Carmen with this snap. Edgeworth, what's going on here? Your fingerprints were on the murder weapon. Oh, And that foggy photo makes one thing clear. The only one who could have shot the man was the person in the photo. The only person who could have shot that man was the person in the photo. True. Was that you in the boat? Yes, it was me. What? But you must believe me. I did not shoot him. Then who did? I don't know. You don't know? Weren't you right there? I heard a gunshot from very close by. Then the other man fell from the boat. I can't say why, but I thought at the time that he shot himself. You mean it was suicide? That's the only explanation I can come up with. Huh? How am I going to convince anyone of that? Say, Maya. Huh? What? Any progress with Mia? Oh, I'm sorry. It's no good. I know. I'm no good for anything, am I, Nick? If I can't call my sister, I might as well not be here, right? Oh, I want to do this because I know it will be funny, but I don't want to tell her she's useless. Okay, chat has decided. Well, actually, you don't know law, you don't have any trial experience or techniques. Yeah, you're pretty much useless, but I can't say that. It's okay, Nick. You don't have to say anything. Your face said it for you. Whoops. No, of course, I'm sorry. It's okay, Nick. I don't know anything about trials or defense. What's more, I'm a spirit medium who can't even contact spirits. Oh, everyone has their off days. I mean, I've just been getting lucky lately. But you never know when my luck is going to run out. Really? It builds character. Or even Edgeworth is upset with making Maya cry. Whoa, right. Don't jinx this case. Any more than it already is. It's bad for my heart. Sorry. Whoops. Okay, he's not upset that we made Maya cry. He's upset that we said we are just on a lucky streak.
Court is back in session. Mr. von Kammer, call your witness.
It hydrates the floor and the cotton of her clothes. That is important. I'm pretty sure salt water isn't good for clothes, but I may be wrong. Gotta stay hydrated. Yes. Will Miss Lotta Hart take the stand? Oh no. I forgot I gave her the silly voice. Lotta Hart, you're a research student at the university. That I am. Good. Begin by telling us what you saw that night of the incident. And don't add anything trivial or subjective. Understand? Edgeworth had the most Sandera poses. Good evening, Ark. Or good day, or whatever time it is for you. I guess it's good morning. You all need to learn some manners. Understand? Yeah, I understand.
Very well. Your testimony, please.
It was Christmas Eve, just after midnight, I reckon. I was in my car. I heard this bang come up from the lake. When I looked out of the window, I saw two gents in the boat. Then there was another bang. There wasn't nary a thing on the boat, but on the lake, but the boat. Enough! Huh? Judge, she happened to take a photo of the incident. This is that photo. Accepted as evidence.
Well, this is a surprise. This looks like the very moment of the murder. Order! I will remove people from this courtroom if I do not have order immediately.
As the witness testified, she looked at the lake when she heard the shot. There were no other boats on the lake. So the man in the boat with the victim must have been the one who shot them. Yes, it was the defendant, Miles Edgeworth.
Order! 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 I will have order!
Well, Judge?
The evidence is decisive. I have very little doubt about this case. Very well. Very well. This court finds the defendant.
Wait, Your Honor. I haven't cross-examined the witness yet. A cross-examination? We have photographic proof. What question can there possibly be? This photo is worth 1,000 words. And they are read guilty. You lose. Or do you claim to have found a contradiction in her testimony?
Very well. If you have to, you may cross-examine the witness. You will only flounder and ask meaningless questions. You will fail to find anything. And then, I will have you held in contempt of court.
Nick? Content? Contempt of court. You know? I guess I understand. Well, what are you going to do? Do you really think there was a contradiction with facts in her testimony? Okay. So she claims she heard a shot, looked out of the window, and then another shot. I know this weapon has been fired 3 times. You can't really see handedness in this photo. Did she say she actually took the photo herself? Yeah, I think that's a contradiction. And if the camera takes the photo at every loud noise, there should be 2 photos. So we don't know which shot basically was photographed there. Okay, so let's do this. I think I noticed one little thing. Wow, I'm impressed, Nick. I didn't notice anything. Right, let's take him on. Yeah, I got a bad feeling about this. I understand. I will cross-examine the witness.
Very well. I pray for your sakes this isn't a waste of time.
Just after midnight, you say. In other words, it was no longer Christmas Eve, but Christmas Day. Huh? Oh, well, yeah, I guess. Why does Lotta look like a frog? A frog with a fro? Oh, because her eyes are so wide apart? Maybe that's it?
I know you want to find contradictions, but really... I hope your next contradiction is a bit more relevant to the trial. Witness, continue your testimony.
Okay, she says... Sorry, Nick. If only my sister were here. Maya's really taking this hard. Okay, we're gonna just press randomly because I'm not sure. I mean, she doesn't state how the photo was taken. Why were you camping there anyway? Oh, I'm a research student at my university. I was taking pictures to use in my research. What research? This all sounds suspicious. Alright. We also have this suspicion I said in the beginning, because she's definitely not taking pictures of meteors or shooting stars. Miss Hart, could you be more specific about your research?
What does this witness motive in camping by the lake have to do with the case? The answer is nothing. I object to this line of questioning. Objection sustained. What now? I'm the one who says that. Well then say it already. Objection sustained.
Thanks for nothing, Your Honor. We know the name of the university. The name of the university is Country U. Country U. So you weren't looking at the lake at the time. The two shots is weird, yes. I don't understand why nobody comments on this. Nope. I looked after I heard the noise.
She said that already. I asked you to find contradictions, not leisurely chat with the witness. Okay.
All right. Could you clearly see the two men? She said she saw two men. And I mean, can you see two men? I don't think so. You can see two man-like or person-shaped shadows, but not. You can't see their gender or whatever. Just look at the picture. Clear enough for you? Two human-shaped figures. Could be two Mr. Mimes. Clearly one was a demon. Also possible. Wait a second. I wasn't asking you about the photo. I was asking if you saw the two men. Yeah, well, of course. Two mad jams with chopped off arms.
The witness testified that she saw them. There's a photo. You'd best look elsewhere for your precious contradictions.
He jumped in quick. He's hiding something. Were you watching the very moment the shot rang out? Well, yeah, sure.
You're asking meaningless questions. Meaningless. Contradictions, Mr. Wright. Not meaningless babble.
Von Karma, I think I hate you. He's trying to keep me from talking to the witness. To what end? Are you sure about that? Yeah, sure as the country girl can be. That sounds pretty sure. How come you're so sure? Well, heck, I scanned the whole lake. Scanned the whole lake? It almost sounds like she was more interested in the lakes than the boat. Miss Hart, you...
Mr. Wright, the witness has answered the question in full. No need for further questions. Objection sustained.
It's so funny that he just says that.
That's what I'm... Sustained!
Yes.
Yes, of course.
Oh, great.
Enough. I think we've heard all we need to hear, Mr. Wright. It seems you're unable to find a contradiction in the testimony worth nothing. Worth noting.
Karma's objection sounds like a demon saying it. Yes, that's intentional. But Your Honor.
You keep your promise. Mr. Wright, I'm afraid that I will have to penalize any further outbursts. by holding you in contempt of court. And if that happens, you'll have to leave the courtroom immediately. Understood?
Oh, look at this. Look at that grin.
Nick. Lotta's testimony is fishy, Nick. Real fishy.
I know what you mean, but if I can't say anything, what can I do?
I believe we've covered enough. We've covered the evidence sufficiently to make a decision. Then pass your judgment. Very well. Mr. Miles Edgeworth, please take the stand.
What?
Who was that?
It was me.
Maya.
Is something wrong? Do you need to use the facilities?
No, I do not. Lotta Hart, your testimony stinks. It's unclear whether you were actually looking at the lake. It's highly doubtful that you actually saw Mr. Edgeworth. Tell us the truth. This is a matter of life and death. Lotta, did you really clearly see Mr. Edgeworth at night?
Go, Maya. Karma seems like a jerk as Boomer.
Did you see him fire that?
You will stand down. The court does not acknowledge the defense's outburst.
Answer me, Lotta.
What's the big idea, treating me as some kind of criminal? I saw him. I swear it. I saw Edgeworth.
Enough. Judge, declare the defense in contempt of court.
Yes, of course. I'm sorry, but you were warned. Guard, escort Mr. Edgeworth, Mr. Wright, out of the room. He's in contempt of court and must leave.
No. So who's this now?
Wait. I was the one who made the outburst, Your Honor. Nick is innocent.
Ha! What's the difference? All that remains for the guilty verdict is to be declared. Isn't that right, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
Wrong.
What?
Did you hear what Miss Hart just said? She said she clearly saw Mr. Edgeworth. That was not in the testimony. That changes her testimony, and I have a right to cross-examine her again.
Order. You're in contempt of court. It's too late for valid claims. Judge, sustain my objection. I'm sorry, Mr. von Karma, but I cannot. What? Miss Lotta Hart has made a new testimony. The defense does have a right to cross-examine her again. But he's in contempt of court.
No, I am. If you're going to arrest someone, arrest me.
Very well. Maya Fey, you will leave the courtroom immediately.
Nick, I did what I could. You have to do the rest. Good luck.
Maya.
I care not for this melodrama. Listen well, Mr. Wright. I do not tolerate badgering of my witness.
I'm running out of time. I better find a contradiction in here, or else.
Mr. Wright, begin your cross-examination.
The last statement. I saw it clear as day. The man on the boat was Mr. Edgeworth. Got you. Got you, Miss Hart. Finally. What? You got what? Look. Sorry. Look at this photograph. The photo I took? The very same. Thanks, Brad. There's something I want you to see, this photo. It's quite clearly visible. The fork, Miss Hart. So? This picture was taken with a professional high-quality film, correct? Yet, even it could not capture the faces of the men on the boat. Yet, you claim you saw Mr. Edgeworth. How? What?
Mr. Wright has a point.
That's why I told her not to say that in her testimony. Please.
Yet, now she has said it, Mr. von Karma. How could you possibly see Mr. Edgeworth? Explain yourself.
Mr. Hart, Miss Hart.
What?
Could you see the defendant that night?
Of course. I said I could and I meant I could.
Then please testify as the circumstances of your sighting.
I did it. I finally found a hole in von Karma's carefully vague testimony. How Edgeworth was seen. You're right. It was a cold night and the fork was sick as grits. So once I was finished setting up my camera, I got back into the car. Still, I brought my binoculars with me. When I heard the noise out of the lake, I looked with my binoculars. See, no problem. Not again! We already had that in Pokemon.
You used binoculars. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
This one better be good. So, how could you see Mr. Edgeworth? Now just hold your horses for a second. You hasty janky type. You hasty janky types never find a girl where I'm from. Grits is an extremely American thing.
Defense attorney have trouble with that as it is.
Nobody loves me. Like this has to be a translation thing. Oh yeah, right. Of course, I mentioned that in the last stream. I'm pretty sure in the Japanese version she has a Japanese country accent. So they just gave her like a strange American country accent thing. She's a country girl, yes, but there's also country in Japan, a different country. I'm not sure, but it's possible that in the German version she has a Bavarian accent. A white country girl with an afro. Yeah, but yeah, you have to keep in mind that this was a Japanese game originally. Your camera? Yeah, it's got an automatic.
The issue we are concerned with here is Miss Hart seeing Mr. Edgeworth. The camera has nothing to do with this at all.
Objection sustained.
He's not letting her answer any of my questions. Binoculars? Yeah, binoculars. Yesterday you mentioned that you were out looking for shooting stars, correct? Ah, now we are cooking with gas. Well, yeah. Wouldn't you need a telescope, not binoculars for that? I've got doubts about your camera too. Was it really to take pictures of meteor showers?
The camera is irrelevant to this case.
You can't say that for certain.
Mr. Wright. Is the camera really relevant to this case? If you believe it is, you may continue with this line of questioning.
But know this. If you find nothing with this, there will be consequences.
Well, Mr. Wright, do you wish to press further about this camera?
Yes, now we're on the right track, because now we can bring up that it's sound activated and that there should be a second photo, because there were 2 shots. So this is make it or break it time. The camera is of utmost importance, Your Honor. It is perhaps the key to this entire case. Therefore, I will continue with my line of questioning. Wow, maybe I went a little overboard there.
Very well. Miss Hart, you will testify to the court about the camera.
Yeah, I hear ya. The camera was set up to take pictures of a meteor shower. Miss Hart, what made you choose that lake to photograph meteors? You know the fog gets thick on the lake. It's not very suited for stargazing. Yeah, well, you see, I guess I wasn't thinking too straight. Ha!
Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness because of her
Challenged intellect. Ooh. Now wait a minute.
Continue your testimony. You were saying how it was that you saw Mr. Edgeworth. No unnecessary comments, please.
I do not care how many... sorry, I'm always yawning. I don't care how many von karmic objections I get. I'm going to find a hole in this testimony. If it's the last thing I do. Okay. No, I pressed the wrong button. Okay, now we can present this. You were photographing shooting stars? That's a lie. Says who? I saw the camera you set up yesterday. It was pointed directly at the lake. You have to point the camera upwards to take photos of the stars, Miss Hart.
Mr. Wright, what are you driving at?
The witness was not at the lake to photograph shooting stars, Your Honor.
Well then, what exactly was she photographing?
she was photographing this. Your Honor, take a look at this. For those of you who did miss it or or don't remember, a giant life form appears in God Lake. I mean, you have to point the camera upwards to take photos. Thank you, Mr. Captain Obvious. Yes, but somehow nobody else pointed that out so far. So, but yeah, I'm guessing she's taking photos of the giant life form that is in the lake. What I don't understand is why she would be hiding it. Miss Hart, this is what you are trying to photograph.
What is this? A newspaper article? Gordy? Ah, that sighting at God Lake.
Well, Miss Hart, I never heard of no lake monster. You've got proof or something? Let me see you proof that I was down at the lake trying to photograph this Gordy. I have it. Proof.
Intriguing. Very well, let's see it. And no joking around this time, please. What is the proof that the witness was trying to photograph Gordy, the lake monster?
Yeah, it was already mentioned that it's like an homage to Nessie. Yeah, and the proof that she was trying to photograph the lake monster is that the camera is set up to take photos on loud noises, and shooting stars don't make loud noises. The proof, Miss Hart, is your own camera. Your camera was set to take photos in response to loud noises, correct? Thus, this photograph here was taken when a gun fired on the lake. And here, this article about Gordy. According to this article, Gordy made a loud noise when it emerged. Well, you were trying to photograph Gordy, weren't you? That's why you had set the camera to respond to loud noises.
Order! Order! I see. I too thought it was a little strange.
Yeah, sure. Well, Miss Hart, you were camping there to try and take a photo of Gordy, weren't you? Yeah. Not bad. Now all you lawyers are smart? So smart, boy. I was down to trying to photograph Gordy. You got me. So what? Huh? That don't change what I saw, doesn't it?
Exactly. What you just used several precious minutes of our time to prove is nothing more than that the witness is an idiot who thinks monsters exist.
I would give a lot for the judge to say, shut the fuck up, you morons, instead of order, order. Yeah, but there are several reasons why he can't say that. Hey.
But as she's so
How do you say that? Succantly?
Is she so succantly sad? So what? It changes nothing.
Not true. You are hiding the whole thing about Gordy for some reason. I know it. Succinctly. Okay. Succinctly. But what could have been? Whatever it is, I'm getting to the bottom of this.
Miss Hart, why did you hide the fact that you were searching for Gordy from the court. Please revise your testimony.
Right, fine, I'll testify. I won't change nothing, though. Something will change. It has to. And I'm going to spot it. Lauder's new testimony. Actually, I'm not a research student at the university. I'm an investigative photographer. Being succinct is explaining something clearly in a few words. Oh, okay. So it's like brief or concise or something like that. Okay. Imagine what a scoop it'd be if I got a picture of that monster. That's why I was camping out by the lake, but that's all I was hiding. When I heard that bang, I looked right straight out to the lake. There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched the boat the whole time. Then I saw a flash near one of the man's hand and I heard another gunshot. In that order? I was right at that. I was looking right at the boat the whole time. Cross my heart and hope to fry. Caught door de bocht. Short through the turn. Kurz zum Punkt. Basically, I get that.
Well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
What?
The witness testimony is unchanged from before.
Yeah, I'm from northern Germany and we speak Plattdeutsch. So there are similar pronunciations.
Whether she's a research student or a photographer has no bearing on this case. There is no need to waste more of our time with another pointless cross-examination.
How can you can't just deny my cross-examination. that's not a thing that's possible. I claim the defense's right to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Von Kama's up to something, I know it. He doesn't want me to cross-examine her because... why? Was there a contradiction?
Very well. You may begin the cross-examination. You seem sure of yourself. You must have something in mind.
Ha! That would be a first.
Haha, very funny. You understand that this is the last chance at the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. There's no problem with the testimony this time. We will let the witness leave. I will announce my verdict at the time, Mr. Wright. Understood?
Yes, Your Honor. Okay, so I'm gonna press at the flash thing because seeing a flash and then hearing a bang. I mean, okay. Light travels faster than sound, but still. Was there nothing on the lake but the boat at the time? Huh? Wait, so you're thinking maybe he was shot from some other place? I don't think so, no. The lake was smooth as glass and nobody was on the shore, neither. I better find some sort of contradiction in this testimony. I won't be able to beat von Karma any other way. There has to be something. She first heard a bang, then a flash, so the flash was the cameras. No, I don't think the camera has a flash. See, there's no flash attached. Exactly what sort of sound was it? She should be thrown out just for lying? No, because when we throw her out now, it looks like Edgeworth did it. So she's our only chance to get at the truth. That's the problem. Well, I never heard one before, so I can't say for sure, but it sounded like a gunshot. Yeah, if you throw out all the evidence she gave, then you still have the witness who called. She lied about Crabtown. What's to say she didn't lie about everything else? It's true. She's not a very reliable witness. But if we throw her out now and just redact all the evidence we got from her, the only thing left is the witness who called the police in the first place, and that's the man who saw Edgeworth coming out of the boat, I think. So it's not looking any better then. It was a lot sharper. It was a lot sharper a sound than I would expect it. There wasn't much else to look at. Yep. I don't know. If she heard a bang and she thought Gordy was out there, I kind of doubt she'd waste the time. She'd waste any time looking at a boat. What? What do I do now? What are you looking? What are you giving me that look for? Definitely suspicious. Maybe it's time for some evidence. Witness, continue. Hold your hush, puppies, Pops. I'm getting there. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna press on the other statements. Maybe we find something. Then, what manner of person are you? I'm not sure. I'm high-faulting enough to be called a manner of anything. An investigative photographer? You get your photo and sell it to the press. It's that kind of business. Hey, I was taking pictures at my sister's graduation last year. And guess what? What? There was a UFO just hanging in the sky. UFO, oh, okay. A UFO. You know, an unidentified flying object. UFO. That's when I... one of them old UFOs, you know, hanging in the sky. That's when I had sort of a revelation. I knew I should... It's interesting that Von Karma just lets her babble on because it's totally irrelevant. I knew I should become an investigative photographer. I see. Kind of a shaky business for a career. Is Gordy really all that newsworthy? Heck yeah. They even had him up on TV. I'm not sure that appearing on local news rumors of the month segment qualifies. Last month's segment was Bigfoot sighted on Acorn Hill, I believe. Hey, they also had a picture of him in the newspaper, for real.
Mr. Wright. This is one fight I do not believe you can win. Let's keep moving, shall we?
Yes, Your Honor. That's why I put the automated sensor on your camera? Yep, borrowed it from a university professor. It analyzes every sound and it picks up and it gets a bang. And when it gets a bang, it snaps a shot. Yep. So how many pictures has it taken so far? The only time that camera was triggered was that night. Well, that's a lie. Because we triggered it. And it must have triggered 2 times. I think it's time you told us why you felt you had to hide your true purpose at the lake. Heck, if word got out what I was up to, the lake be swarming with competitors. Competitors? Yeah, second-rate shellbugs, trying to steal my scoop. Ah, is that the only reason you were hiding the truth? Well, actually... Ah, Mr. Wright, I'll not have you asking the questions with no relevance to this case. Of course he's jumping in when it has relevance to the case. Whatever you say, Von Karma. I know you told her to keep quiet. When I heard the bang, I looked straight. Okay, we already had this. I'm not sure. I mean, if she heard a noise and her camera triggered, certainly she would not look at the lake, but I don't know. I'm just gonna try this. Oh shit, it's wrong. Bang, 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 pull my camera trigger. Oh, right. So she wouldn't watch a boat if it wasn't gaudy. She would look for gaudy. Obviously, that's a contradiction. Miss Hart, were you really looking at the boat? What's with you? Of course I was looking at it. It was the only thing out there. Any normal person be looking at it. I agree, any normal person would. But you're far from normal. What? You all want to step over here and say that? You were camping at the lake to take a picture of Gordon. Think about it. What would you do if you heard a loud noise? You'd be scanning the lake for any sign of Gordy, that's what. You wouldn't give the boat a second thought.
Order! Continue, Mr. Wright.
You testified that you were watching the boat through binoculars. However, you wouldn't need binoculars to watch that boat. You needed them to search for Gordy, and that's what you were doing. Well, well, now that you all mention it, I did sort of take my binoculars and kind of scan the lake a bit. I mean, Gordy might be out there. Oh.
Miss Hart, are you saying that you were not watching the boat then?
This beach. Sorry, y'all. I wasn't fibbing. Really. I thought, you know, I could be witness to a murder and all. I got excited. I was sure I was watching this boat. Till now. I want to smack her upside the head. She has no right to be here. Yes. Basically, that's it.
This is totally uncalled for.
But hey, you got the photograph. You got proof.
Still, we can't see who's shooting who in this.
Right. That's why I took this photo and... Oh. Oh, Von Karma doesn't want us to see the enhanced version. Interesting.
Witness, that's enough. You've had a long day. Shut your pie hole.
Shut my what? What was she going to say? She took the photo and what? I want to snack her upside the head. She's not really a snack. Yeah, well, for some people maybe. She took the photo and what? Wait a second. She even had the photograph to prove it. But you really can't tell from the photo who's shooting. That's why she said she's going to enlarge the photo. She said it'll drop the quality a mite, but should let us see who's who. She enlarged that photo. Why won't Von Karma let us show it? I've got a hunch. I bet that enlarged photo shows something bad for Von Karma. This is my chance. If I'm wrong though, it'll mean prison for Edgeworth or worse. What should I do? This is the thing. It could be a trap from Von Karma. Because he's just he's just evil like that. He could just object, so it's obvious that he doesn't want she doesn't want her to show the enlarged photo. And now when we do reveal it, it's just completely broken. Because imagine if the left one is actually Edgeworth. That would be perfect because it would just throw the whole case around. But imagine if the right one is actually Edgeworth. Then I think then we would have to play around with the handedness. Miss Hart, look at this photograph. You enlarged this photograph, did you not? Yeah, I did. Why has that enlargement not been present to the court? Presented.
Because it does not exist.
What are you all talking about? You were the one who told me not to show it in court in the first place. You old fool. If she's a frog, If she's a frog, she is in France and maybe some other places. Oh, okay, she's a snake in France. Yeah. What's the meaning of this?
What's the meaning of this, Mr. von Karma?
Miss Hart. Show the photo to the court. Show us the enlargement.
The prosecution objects to the submission of this evidence.
Objection denied. The witness will show the enlargement to the court.
Here it is. Ha. So, handedness.
We still cannot see who's firing in this. It could be the defendant, or maybe it's not.
This is your favorite JoJo's Bizarre Adventure scene?
Regardless, I'll accept this evidence.
Lake photo added to the court record.
Happy now, Mr. Wright?
There has to be something.
You asked for the enlargement, you got the enlargement. And little good it has done any of us. That's why I request she not to show it.
I suppose it means that the cross-examination
is over, obviously.
Then I would like to close the cross-examination of Miss Slaughterhouse.
And none too soon. That was a flagrant waste of my time.
Mr. von Karma, do you have anything to add?
I stated everything I needed to when this trial began. Decisive evidence. A decisive witness. What else could possibly be required?
Nothing, of course. Then, I believe it is my time. It is time for me to declare the verdict.
Wait, it's not supposed to go like this. There has to be a clue in this photo somewhere. This is bad, real bad. What should I do? Object to the enlargement, show other evidence, wait and see. Your Honor. There's something decidedly strange with this enlargement.
What might that be?
Mr. Wright.
Mr. Wright, you will show the court what you mean. What about this photo is strange?
Okay, here goes nothing. I'll show the judge what's strange about this photo. It's the handedness. Here, Your Honor.
The shooter? I'm not sure I understand. What about the shooter is strange?
Look at the hand holding the pistol, Your Honor.
The hand?
The hand directly contradicts another piece of evidence. This man's left hand does what?
This man's left hand does what?
Let me show you. I show you the evidence that the left hand contradicts. Okay, good appetit. See you later, maybe. I'm not sure if I'm streaming that long, but we'll see. The evidence is clear. The man in this photograph is holding that weapon in his left hand. However, the prints on the murder weapon were from Edgeworth's right hand. Ergo, the man shooting with the pistol in this photograph is not Mr. Edgeworth.
Now that everyone in the courtroom has quieted down, I would like to reconvene this court of law. Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
You have given us definitive proof today. We now know that it was not Mr. Edgeworth who fired the pistol that night. However, this leaves us with rather a large problem. If Mr. Edgeworth does not do it, who shot the victim?
Precisely. As we have seen, there were no other people on the lake that night. Who but the defendant could have shot the victim?
I mean, we have to trust Edgeworth now. When Edgeworth said he thought that the victim shot himself, so there's only one explanation remaining. The man who shot the victim was none other than the victim himself.
Order! Order! So you are saying that the victim committed suicide?
Yes, Your Honor. I can think of no other explanation.
Indeed. That does seem the only remaining option.
I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright. But suicide is out of the question.
What?
An examination of the victim's wounds reveal the distance at which was shot.
The distance?
The victim was clearly shot from further than a meter away.
A meter? That's 3 feet. Thanks for the conversion, Phoenix.
There is no way that it could have been suicide.
Order! Order! Mr. von Karma, are you sure of the accuracy of your data?
Of course. I've already considered the possibility of suicide, you see.
Autopsy report updated. Every time with the updated autopsy report, it's so dumb.
I see. Very well. Allow me to state my opinion. Considering the situation, the shooter had to be the defendant, Mr. Edgeworth. However, the prints on the gun reveal that the shooter was not Mr. Edgeworth. This is a conundrum. Therefore, I would like to suspend proceedings for this trial of the day. The court orders for defense and the prosecution to further investigate this matter. Understood?
Yes, Your Honor.
That is all. The court is adjourned.
Alright, we bought us another day, basically. Whew, that was a close one. Hey, don't you have anything to say? No, I have yet to be declared innocent, right? Well, yeah, but what happened out there on the lake? Anyway. If he didn't commit suicide, then who? The shooter was about 1 meter away, too. What? Don't give me that look. I did not kill him. I was just kidding around. Look. I'm going to check on Maya. Oh, right. What? Tell her something from me. What? Tell her to watch what he said in court. That's all. Would it really kill you to state how you feel with a thanks, Edgeworth? So yeah, he's indeed tsundere. It's not like I'm thankful, baka. I requested a transcript of Lotta's entire testimony. I thought it might give me some ammunition for the trial tomorrow. Of course, she didn't see the shooter, so the only part of her testimony that stood was the bang she heard. And Lotta's deposition added to the court record. I heard 2 gunshots, like just after midnight. I think we can do the investigation phase, and I hope it's not taking too long. December 26th, Detention Center, Visitors Room. Maya.
Hey, Nick, it's you. I'm glad Mr. Edgeworth made it through the day. Okay, it's a relief.
Hey, why'd you do that anyway?
I don't know. I just knew I had to do something. I know I'm not a lawyer. My sister was. I'm sorry.
Well, you did save the trial. Just behave from now on, okay?
Oh, okay.
Have you been questioned yet?
No, not yet. Detective Gumshoe was here just now. He said, seeing as this was your first offense, we'll let you go after questioning.
Ooh.
Oh, and he wanted me to get bail money ready. You can pay for me, okay?
Huh? How much?
I don't know. I guess they'll send you a bill or something?
Why do I picture giant bales of money every time I hear the word bail? Interesting. How does this work in Japanese? Interesting. Any luck with Mia?
None. I can't get through to her at all. I tried. I really did. I don't know what to do. I think I probably shouldn't have stopped my training.
She sounded like she really did her best. I should check and see if there are any waterfalls in the local area.
I wonder if I'll ever see my sister again.
Does she really see her? If she's possessed by her? Okay, I guess we'll go to the lake on our own. there are fewer than there were yesterday, but the cops are still around in the park. I wonder if Detective Gumshoe is here today. I haven't seen Larry around today at all. Probably off paying through the nose on a date with the lovely Fiancé. Boat rental shop. Looks like the boat rental shop is closed today too. Huh. There is still this other witness that called the police in the first place. Oh, I'm sorry. I think we already had this at the last examination of this place, so I'm skipping this. But apparently the police took away the actual boat that was used that night. Indeed, there's space for one more boat at the dock. Freaking birds again. Yeah, I know. It's a bit distracting. Campground. December 26th, God Lake Woods. Oh. Hey, Detective Gumshoe. Hey, Paul. The trial today, yes? What was the trial? Well, I was going to say good show, but it wasn't really all that. Though you did save Mr. Edgeworth, I guess. I just wasn't sure how to thank you, you know? Thanks? I wanted to talk to you about Maya Fey. Huh. She's not out on bail yet? That's strange. I told him to let her go as soon as they had the report written up. Man, I don't know what would have happened in that courtroom today if it weren't for her. Seeing you getting dragged out by the bailiff. I'll be honest with you, Paul. I shed a tear or two. Mr. Edgeworth, he was so moved. I saw his lip trembling. Is that so? Really? Cold as ice Edgeworth? He was really grateful for what you did, you know. Alright, I wanted to ask you about Edgeworth. What's up? He's afraid of earthquakes? I never heard anything about that before. Mr. Edgeworth doesn't talk about himself so much, I see. But there's one thing that's clear as day. Him hating crime, the way he does. And him becoming a prosecutor. And him being scared of earthquakes. Interesting. It all started with that incident. The DL6 incident. Yep, that's the one 15 years ago when his father was shot before his very eyes. He still feels the pain now. You can see it in his eyes. Detective Gumshoe? Any idea what strategy Von Karma is planning for tomorrow? It sounds like he's bringing in another witness. Another witness? Oh right, he said something about that in the trial today. There were 2 witnesses. I was wondering who that other witness was. Who was it? Sorry, Paul. As much as I like to, I'm not at liberty to divulge that information. Right. I'm going to head back to the station. I'll get that report on Maya and I'll get her out of there as soon as I can. Thank you. Oh, wait. I was wondering, how much is the bail going to be? Don't worry about that. Mr. Edgeworth is posting the whole amount. What? Edgeworth? Didn't I tell you? He's grateful to her for what she did. Alright, Paul. Well, don't forget to pick her up, okay? Maybe I can get Edgeworth to pay this month's rent too. Okay. There's food and some magazines on the sheet. It takes a pretty tough skin to camp in this cold. I wonder where she brought her camping cooker with her. There's a convenience store right up the street. I guess she wanted to get into the outdoor spirit. Or she just didn't want to lose any second. I don't think Lotta takes very good care of her SUV. It's covered with dents. I can't believe anyone would drive their car down here. The sign says no camping. Funny place to pitch your tent. Lotta's camera is staring at the lake as usual. Even a novice like me can tell the camera must cost a pretty penny. I hope she doesn't leave it out here to get stolen. Is there anything different here? The trash can is empty, at least the place is well maintained. I almost didn't see the signpost. Left boat docks, right exit. Famous God Lake. Green waters stretch out on both sides. It's a pretty big lake, really. A hot dog stand, it's closed. The Christmas fringe looks like a little half-baked. The banner reads Samurai Dogs. Somebody needs to redecorate. A lineup of plastic benches. I guess the idea is you buy a dog and eat it here. I doubt anyone would sit here and eat on a day like this, except maybe Maya, if she had a samurai dog. December 26th, Police Department, Criminal Affairs. Detective Gumshoe's not here.
Gumshoe's at the scene today.
Huh? Oh, really?
He's a live wire, that one. Got into a fight with the chief for not following protocol.
Not following protocol? I bet he wouldn't help them build the case against Edgeworth.
Hey Nick, you finally came. They just finished the paperwork. I'm free to go.
Free at last, eh?
Those interrogators were really mean. They were like this. They were like, okay, what did you do this time? Like I was some kind of criminal. Can you believe it?
Well, they let you out in the end, didn't they?
Oh, that reminds me. Thanks for the bail.
Thank Edgeworth.
Huh?
He posted the bail for you. Said he was grateful for what you did.
Mr. Edgeworth did that? I have to make it up for him. We've got to win this case, Nick.
What to do? What do you think we should do next?
We're kind of lacking in the clues department. We could go to the park and look for Gordy. I was kidding.
Still, if there are any clues out there, the park's a good bet as any. What do you say? Shall we head down there?
Sure.
Have you noticed anything lately?
You know, I did notice one thing while I was here in detention. It's really pretty comfortable here. It's warm and they keep it very clean.
I meant, have you noticed anything about the case?
Well, not much more than that, no.
She's probably still upset about Mia. I should leave her alone.
There aren't many cops around today, are there?
They're probably back at the precinct working up the case against Edgeworth. Hey, y'all!
Hey, it's Lotta.
You already did it today. What did we do now? No, I'm not complaining. See, I did a little thinking, a little self-reflection, you might say. I realized that being a witness is a mighty big responsibility, but I just went up there and started blabbering any old thing that came to mind. Lotta, so you see, I want to make it up to you all. Make it up? Lotta, what did you mean by making it up to us? Well, you see, actually, I got a bit of information for you.
What?
That von Karma didn't want me to say nothing about it.
What information?
Now we're getting to the heart of it. See, I reckon we might be able to do ourselves a little exchange. Exchange? I thought this was to make it up to us. Right. I propose a little exchange to make it up to you. What? Information doesn't come cheap, my friend.
Hey.
I see you thinking, how unsophisticated these southern folks are. It's written all over your face. Let me tell you, most southerners are way more sophisticated than you. I'm just the exception, okay? Well, what'll it be? We gonna deal or no?
What do we do, Nick?
We don't have any other leads, so I don't think we have a choice here. Okay, how much? Huh? You completely off your rocker? I may not be sophisticated, but I'm not trying to rob you poor. Rob the poor. Huh? The only fair change for information is information. Listen good. What I need from you is information about Gordy.
Wow. Gordy?
But Gordy Gordy might not exist. Then bring me proof that shows he doesn't. He don't. I will keep you watch from the car, okay? You see something, you'll come to me first. Got it? Oh, okay. Right, see you all later.
Okay, Nick, let's go hunting.
Hunting? You don't seriously mean...
Gordy, of course I do.
What about Edgeworth?
We're searching for Gordy. For him, Nick. Don't you get it?
Okay, and how exactly do we search for a make-believe monster? Maybe we can find a monster myth specialist? Oh. What's that?
This Steel Samurai, Nick.
Yo, Maya! Larry, what the heck is that? Oh, it was my girl Kiance's idea. She was all, if you like, put this here. It would be cool. It would be like really cool. Dude, she gave it to me along with the banner.
Wow, that's really impressive. She could find those for you.
Well, she knows a lot of people, and that show is finished now. I'm slipping into Lotta's voice. And that show's finished now. She got them for free. Right. Yo, Nick. What happened with Edgy? Well, we made it through the first day in court, alright. I don't know how good our prospects are from here on, so... Huh.
Hey, Larry.
Why is Butz a cat girl? He's not a cat girl.
Hey Larry, did you know Mr. Edgeworth's secret weakness?
Because he's adorable and precious and I love him. Okay. that face and the sleeve thing is very cat girly. Okay. Oh, who was the killer in the samurai case? Oh boy, it was the woman, not the director, the producer, but it was self-defense, and he fell on some spikes, and then he was carted to the quote-unquote crime scene.
He's terrified of earthquakes. He acts like a little boy.
Huh? That's weird. I don't think he was ever like that in school.
No, really?
So that face. Well, I guess.
Well, we're only in the same class for a little bit. We transferred schools pretty quickly.
Transferred?
Right, when the DL6 incident happened. Oh, okay. Oof. I did calculate how old he was when the incident happened, but I didn't imagine it was right when they were in the same class. Then the incident happens and then he was transferred. That's heavy. So the incident was 15 years ago, and Edgeworth is 24, so he was 9 when the incident happened. Doesn't look like Larry knows about it though. Hey Larry, when did you get that big thing? Huh?
Oh, it's a big guy.
I've had that for about a month, yeah. It's a big hit with the kids. But wasn't it there yesterday? Why wasn't it there yesterday?
Huh? Oh, right. The compressor was busted.
Compressor?
Yeah, it's that little unit by my hot dog stand. That's what I used to put air into the Steel Samurai. It broke a little while ago, so I sent it in for repairs.
Oh, and here I thought you'd inflated it by yourself. What's this machine?
That's the compressor. I use it to fill up the balloon with the air.
Huh, neat.
Just got it repaired yesterday. Man, what a drag that was.
Doesn't that Steel Samurai look a little out of place? I mean, it's so huge. I guess it's good advertising. What now?
Something about the Steel Samurai just doesn't work for me.
Huh? Really? It looks pretty well made for me.
Still a novice, aren't you, Nick? Really? True connoisseurs like Cody and me don't fall for this kind of stuff.
These Steel Samurai fans are obviously in a league of their own. Okay. Those flags look sadly out of place here. Flapping listlessly back and forth in a cold wind under a cold sky.
I don't know. I think it gives the place a kind of festival atmosphere. It reminds me of the War of the Eyeglasses.
The War of the what?
Huh? What? You mean you don't know the War of the Eyeglasses?
What the heck is it?
Our local fair used to do it every summer. Huh. I guess we're the only ones.
I ask again, what the heck is this? Interesting choice of flags, I guess. Are these the flags the game was localized in? Maybe. Maybe there's just random flags. I can't get over the samurai dogs.
The original samurai dogs, no less.
Hey man, whoever called the first product the original first wins. Why did you add world's famous to the song? Hey, good idea. What have I done? Okay, we already had that. I'm sure there's something. Boat rental shop.
It's always so quiet here. I wonder if the boat shop is closed for good.
Well, with the murder on the lake and all. They're probably just taking a vacation till it blows over.
I get it.
I think the guy in the shop is the witness, and Fankama just doesn't let anyone sniff around. Hey y'all. Well, you all find anything out about Gordy?
No, nothing.
Well, well, keep moving. It gets cold out here at nighttime.
It is a little chilly. I think I have to sneeze.
I told y'all no sneezing. See, I set this camera to respond to things a little softer than a bang. It triggered to one of Fankama's finger snaps now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, sorry's nice, but what about my film?
Nick, pay the lady.
I learned something today's trial for sure. Testifying serious business. That's why I decided not to talk about that case anymore.
Huh?
Whoa, didn't you say you had information about the case? Tell us that at least. Like I said. I'll trade it for the dirt on Gordy.
What are you going to do if Gordy doesn't exist?
I'll quit being an investigative photographer.
What?
After all, I only have one photo to my name so far.
Was it a good one?
You bet. A UFO.
A UFO?
Anyway, if I can't get a career making a photo this time around, then that's it. I'll quit and go back to school.
Huh? So you really are a university student?
Yeah, well, I'm taking a break for a bit.
Right.
Interesting that there wasn't a check mark. Okay.
Hey Nick, benches. Let's take a break. Maybe have a dog?
I think not. It's too cold to sit and eat hot dogs out here.
Wimpy city boy. You should try standing under a freezing waterfall sometime. Wow, God Lake is really big.
Yeah.
Say Nick, why is it called God Lake?
Oh, we already had this last time. I don't know what we are supposed to do next. I mean, obviously we have to find something about Gordy, but... maybe we can find something here.
Fresh air, I gotta say. Freedom feels great.
Behave yourself in the courtroom tomorrow, okay?
Misbehaving is much more fun.
It's not going to be much fun when Edgeworth refuses to pay your bail again.
Right, I'll behave.
Oh dear. Well, what should we do? Okay.
I think I'll let you decide what we should do, deal?
Well, any thoughts you want to share?
Well, I was in Sentinel Day. I think I'd like more time to think.
Poor Maya, she probably thought about me the whole time she wasn't there. Okay. I thought maybe she had some input on this stuff. December Police Department Criminal Affairs. Hey there, pal. What's up? You look out of sorts. Wait, you didn't go and do something that's going to hurt at Mr. Edgeworth's case again? What do you mean by again? Whatever, have a seat, pal. I'm here for you if you need anything, besides money, that is. How is the investigation proceeding? It's not, really. We have another meeting coming up. We're supposed to talk about Mr. Edgeworth's motive. Oh.
His motive?
See, Mr. Edgeworth's father died in the DL6 incident. And the guy who got the lone suspect declared innocent was the victim in this case. Robert Hammond.
They're saying that's why Mr. Edgeworth shot him. And Edgeworth never talks about his past. Edgeworth never talks about his past. I bet they'll drag that out and hit him with it in the court tomorrow too.
Poor Mr. Edgeworth.
I gotta admit, it doesn't look good, pal.
Say, Detective Gumshoe, do you know Gordy?
The monster down in God Lake? Not personally, no.
Well, we're looking for it.
Huh? Are you out of your mind?
Eek.
You got time to go wild monster hunting? How about doing a little questioning for me then?
Oh. Detective Gumshoe is scaring me, Nick.
I told Detective Gumshoe about the deal with Lobber.
Nick, try telling him sooner next time.
Sorry. I see, pal. Sorry for shouting at you. Okay. I, Detective Gumshoe, will aid your search for Gordy.
Huh?
I loan you one of our newest secret weapons for finding evidence.
Really?
You can take whichever you like.
Okay, give us the goods.
Hold on now. Everything is in due time. First, let me show them to you. These are our best and brightest. Introducing secret weapon number 1, Missile.
Missile?
He's a K9 police dog, still in training. Missile, here boy. Oh, look at that pooper. Here he is.
Hey, he's cute. Look, Nick, cute dog.
A cute dog. And this will help us. How? Next, secret number 2, a fishing pole. Here, this is my own personal pole. Detective Gumshoe, we are looking for a monster. Yeah. How are you supposed to catch a whole sea monster with a fishing pole? Never know till you try, pal. Okay, next one is the last one. No, please, I'm already overwhelmed by our choices. Secret weapon number 3, a metal detector. Here. Detective Gumshoe, we're looking for something alive. Right. How are we supposed to find it with a metal detector? Hey, you never know. It might be eating soda cans. Well, which will it be?
I can't make up my mind, Nick. They all seem so perfect.
I can't make up my mind either, for the totally opposite reason. Oh well, I suppose I can't hurt to borrow one of them. I don't think I have to do a poll, because I'm pretty sure I know what you want I pick. But I also know which is the right choice. At least I think I remember. But I'm guessing you want that I pick the Shiba. Can we borrow Missile? Sure thing, pal. Be good to him.
He's so cute.
Oh boy. A canine unit in training. Very cute with shiny eyes. So now we have a dog.
Hey, Nick.
Hmm?
Missile's been acting strangely.
Missile? Oh, right.
that little creature.
That little creature of the detectives. Hey, I love little doggies. Good boy, good boy.
What's wrong, Missile? Eek! Missile! Missile!
Stop that thing! Cannibal, it's eating my samurai dogs. My samurai dogs. You're going to fight the dog? Because it's eating the dogs? Oh, that barking. Yeah, I don't like dogs very much. Well, you know what they say. It's a dog-eat-dog world out there. Thanks, Brett.
Wow, he ate every single one.
I'm sorry, Larry. Sorry? Sorry, don't pay my bills, Nick. It's going to have this time. Well, great. That will help the case. Now we have a dog that is full of other dogs.
Hey Larry, look, it's Missile. Isn't he cute?
Keep that mud away from me. What am I going to tell the big boss?
There's a big boss in charge of your hot dog stand? Nick, maybe his stand is a front for a mafia money laundering scheme.
Maya, I think you should probably try to look a little sorry about what happened.
Oh, right.
My poor dogs. Well, now we just run around and show our dog to everyone. I'm pretty sure that will help. Look, a dog.
Hey, Lotta.
Oh, cute. He's yours?
He's a canine police dog. His name is Missile.
Huh. Canines are the ones they use to sniff for things, right? I wonder what Gordy smells like.
I hadn't thought about that.
I'm thinking the police trained the dog for hot dogs. At least that's what it seemed. Mr. big star in criminal affairs.
Why is he named Missile?
Huh, now that you mention it, I'm not sure. But I heard he's aptly named for what it's worth. Detective Gumshoe, can we borrow one of the other things? Huh? Yeah, sure, pal. But I have to take back the last one I lent you. Department policy. Well, take your pick. What will it be? Fishing pole? Can we borrow that flimsy looking fishing pole? Sure thing, Paul. Oh, if it breaks, be sure to dispose of it properly, okay? Right. Detective Gumshoe's personal personal fishing pole, sadly flimsy and of dubious utility. Okay, so it won't help us and it won't help us in any way. But look, Boots, a fishing pole. You know, you can't catch many fish in the lake.
I'm not after small fry. I'm after the biggest fry of them all. Gordy.
You're really going to try fish out a monster?
To save Edgeworth, yes.
Brings tears to my eye. In more ways than one. It's 26. God, like what's...
Okay, Nick. This looks like a good spot.
A good spot for what?
Time to do some fishing.
She's serious. What are you going to use for bait?
Oh.
Yeah, oh. I figured something like this would happen. Oh, we should have brought Missa along with us too. At least then we'd have bait.
Nick, how could you?
I'm kidding.
Some jokes are better left untold.
Oof, she hit me.
Okay, watch this, Nick.
Just try not to reel in empty cans or boots, okay?
Here we go.
Hey, what are you doing?
Sorry, Lotta.
Don't tell me you're all on some film company's payroll.
Nick, pay her.
My poor wallet.
Lotta, wait. For catching Gordy.
A fishing pole? Are you out of your doggone mind?
Yes, it's a fishing pole.
Huh. I never thought of that. Good luck.
Thanks.
I don't believe it. Okay, who would have thought the thing we need is actually the metal detector? Remember, you're hunting for a monster. Anything is possible. Anything. Makes a noise when metallic objects are near. A useful detection device. Metal detectors borrowed from Detective Gumshoe. Hey, I got an achievement for using all 3 secret weapons. And not going for the obvious right one the first time. I'm not sure what that is. Okay. Ooh, sorry. I didn't know that was a sound for it.
Nick.
Sorry.
It's beeping. The metal detectors found something.
Sure is loud enough about it. Whatever it is. You're finding the sound designers. I don't know if the sound is designed for handheld, but I think when you have a handheld game, you have to expect people have headphones on. So it's even worse with headphones. Whatever it is, it must be in those bushes. Go check it out, Maya.
Why do I have to check it out? Nick, look.
Huh? An air tank? Huh, the valve looks broken.
I thought it was Gordy.
Maya, first of all, why would Gordy be in the bushes? And second of all, why would a metal detector react to a sea monster?
Oh.
Huh? There's something wrapped around this air tank. Don't kick her while she's down. Yeah, but you have to admit sometimes she's just a bit too excited about things. There's something wrapped around this air tank. It looks like a string of flags.
Well, we might as well take it and with us, and now that we've found it and all.
It's heavy. You want to believe? The valve is open and a banner of flags is wrapped around it. Air tank of dubious value retrieved. The game sure likes the word dubious. Hey Butz, do you know what this thing is about?
What? An air tank? What about it?
Larry, I wanted to ask you about this tank. Have you seen it before?
Me?
No, never. Who the heck would go diving in the middle of the winter? There's something about the way his eye twitched when I showed him this tank. I think I'd better pursue the line of questioning a little further. What about it? Is it yours? Say, is it asking yours?
Why would I have a thing like that?
Look, see how there's a string of flags around this tank, the tank valve? Ooh, the music sets in. It's just like the string of flags around your steel samurai there.
Must be a coincidence.
There's a string of flags everywhere these days. Like elementary schools and used car dealerships. Look, why would I need a tank anyway? To inflate something. You used this to inflate that, didn't you?
Inflate what?
What else? That big puffy steel samurai.
Now, why would you go asking me a question like that?
Looks like I hit the nail on the head.
Right. Actually, see, the compressor I use was on the fritz, so I tried to use a tank to inflate it just once, and it didn't go so well,
as I suspected. It didn't go so well?
Yeah.
Do you think you could be a little more specific? Come on. Look, it's embarrassing, so I don't really want to talk about it.
Tell us.
Fine. Whatever. It's like what I said, the compressor was busted. So I took the tank and tried to fill the samurai up with it. And then a sound. It just looks so funny how he just takes off upside down.
The valve busted open and made this incredible noise. And the tank took off like a rocket. and it took my poor deflated steel samurai with it.
What? Off into God Lake?
It scared me off. It scared me out of my gourd, that's for sure.
Huh.
So the tank at the Steel Samurai you were trying to fill up flew away. What happened next?
Well, all that happened on the 20th or so. The 20th, a week ago. Now, as far as you could see, the tank went flying out into the lake, so I went out every night in a boat looking for it. I mean, Kianse gave me that Steel Samurai after all.
And when did you find it?
Just the night before last. It flew way out there. Took me 4 whole days to find it.
The night before last was the day of the murder.
I'm sorry for not telling you, Nick. Actually, I was here on the night of the murder. But, you see, I went home before midnight.
So you didn't know about what happened?
No,
That's too bad.
it's not all bad. We've solved one mystery at last.
A mystery?
Maybe we should go tell her. Okay, so that was the first bang that was heard. No, wait, that was on the 20th. Huh? Okay, now I'm a bit confused, but it's an interesting little thing to note. And also, the Steel Samurai was obviously gaudy. Well, Mr. Lloyd, I've got the info you all need. You all got the scoop on Gordy for me yet? We found him. Huh? Gordy? Oh, we found him already.
What? I haven't seen any monsters yet.
You are for real? Gordy really exists? Wait, I need proof. You get me a photo? I have proof. Of course I have proof.
No fair, Nick.
It was when I went to the bathroom, wasn't it?
That's when you made contact with Gordy.
Oh, Seth is back. This is proof. You did miss... the trial was adjourned for another day, so we could go out and find some things out, so investigate things, and we basically just found out what Gordy was. So Lotta came and said, hey, I have another piece of information, and she wanted, in exchange for that information, she wanted more information on Gordy, on the lake monster. And then we found a dog and took the dog for a walk, and then we tried to go fishing, and then we took a metal detector and found this air tank, and then we spoke to Larry, and he said there was he has an inflatable Steel Samurai thing, and that thing went flying, and that drifted along the lake for 4 days. So, yeah. What you're doing with an air tank? This is Gordy. Excuse me?
What exactly are you saying, Nick?
There's a stand near here, a hot dog stand. The noise
the gaudy noise was when the compressor or when the air tank, the valve on the air tank exploded and it lifted up like a rocket. So that's like a gunshot sound. That was a gaudy noise. There's a stand near here, a hot dog stand. There's a giant inflatable samurai doll there. About a week ago, an idiot who happens to be a friend of mine tried to fill it. He used his air tank and when the valve blew, the tank flew into the lake. Apparently it made a pretty loud bang when it flew. A bang. The tank, along with the still deflated steel samurai, fell into the lake. At the same time, a couple was taking a photograph of the lake. This photo.
Wait, so you're saying that Gordy is really the steel samurai?
Well, that's a fine way to ruin a god's dreams. I'm sorry, Lotta. No, it's okay. You win. I give you your info like I promised.
Poor Lotta.
So tell us this information you have. A promise is a promise, I guess. I overheard the cops around here saying something about the witness tomorrow. They said he's the caretaker of that boat rental place up the pass here.
Boat rental? Is there someone there? I mean, it looks so deserted.
Just an old guy, living for all by himself. You all should go check it out.
Thanks, Lotta. We will. Let's get cracking, Nick.
Hold on. Something else? Yeah, the night of the murder. The camera clicked twice, you know. Wait, so you have another photo? Well, yeah, but there's nothing in it. At all. Just a lake. No. She isn't a witness anymore, so it wouldn't make sense for Karma to influence her. He doesn't have any power over her. I figured it wouldn't be much use as evidence, so I kept it to myself. Well, it might not be helpful at all, but here, take it. Second lake photo added to the court record at 11:50 p.m. So the two bangs were 35 minutes apart, or 25 minutes rather. 10:50 and 12:15. Okay. So 25 minutes. Time for me to pack up and leave.
Poor Lotta.
It's all Larry's fault. The legend still lives on, I guess.
The legend?
Yeah, the legend of Larry, familiar to all who know him for any length of time. When something smells, it's usually the butts.
Someone should whip that butts into shape.
Okay. So December 26th, boat rental shop.
Hey Nick. This is the boat shop that Lotta was talking about.
Whip the butts. You're right. Doesn't seem to be anyone around at all.
Well, let's go check it out anyway.
Yeah, but I already did that. Oh, now I can actually go inside. Interesting. Caretaker's shack. Oh God. Yeah. Oh. Meg? Is that you? He has a parrot. He's a pirate. I like his bird. Yeah, the parrot is pretty cute. Meg? Is that you? Hey, is that Keith with you? Where have you two been? I've been worried sick. Correction, he's a crazy pirate.
Nick, you handle this.
I think I leave this up to you, Maya. Meg?
Yes?
Finally, made up your mind, have you?
My mind?
You'll run the pasta shop when I'm gone?
Pasta?
Glad to hear it, glad to hear it. You make your old man proud. When you kids left the house, I didn't know what to think. How am I supposed to keep this place running? An old man like me? Polly, the kids are home.
Hello! Hello! Nick, what was that?
A parrot. The one on the perch. Keith?
Yes?
I leave the wet noodle in your capable hands, Sonny.
Nick, what's a wet noodle?
Sorry, I'm 14 or something. That's why wet noodle is funny for me.
Nick, what's a wet noodle?
Based on the available evidence, I'd say it's the name of his pasta shop. That's a relief, isn't it, Polly?
Hello, hello, Swag.
Yup.
He fell asleep.
I guess he's relieved. Oh, this guy. I think we are just gonna look at its stuff. So, looks like the kitchen unit. It's pretty clean. Funny, he doesn't look like the type who keeps things tidy like that.
You're forgetting, Nick. He's running a pasta shop here. Wow, what an amazing parrot that is. Good morning. Hello. It ignored me.
What, you forgot, Mac? You gotta call her name first.
Her name?
Polly, how you been?
Hello, hello, Squawk.
See?
Neat. So the parrot's name is Polly.
Of course. What else? Nick, get ready to call the cops. Why does Maya call us Nick? Because Larry calls us Nick, and she thought that was cute. that's the whole reason. In our first case, we defended Maya, and Larry. No. In the first case, we defended Larry. In the second case, we defended Maya, and yeah. Or did Mia also call us Nick? I don't know. I guess Nick is our name. I don't know. It's shorter than Phoenix. It's our nickname. Maybe like Phoenix. Nick? Nick? I don't know. The erstwhile companion of the boat shop caretaker answers to the name Polly.
Too bad all she can say is hello.
Oh, Polly can say a lot of things. You just need to know the secret words.
The secret words? Polly, what's your name?
Polly, squawk. Oh, your pun. Is it our nickname? Yes, it's our nickname.
Hehe, cute.
Maya's found a new friend. Okay. Wow, there's lots of various fish in the gourd lake, aren't there?
Something's funny, Nick. All these fish are saltwater fish.
Oh. What?
Look, a little safe. It's locked.
Well, the guy's still there. This fishing pole looks expensive. Huh.
Wow, he has a television in here too. Look, Nick, he has an electric blanket on his table. Looks warm. That's a great idea. We should do that in our office. We can sit down with our clients, snug and warm, and drink hot cocoa.
And what? Talk about murders?
Oh, you party pooper, Nick.
I guess that's all. Boat rental shop. This is a boat rental shop, right? What are you talking about? This is a palace of pasta, the wet noodle. Well, now you mention it, we haven't gotten many orders for spaghetti lately. All the kids come up and say, yo dude, we want to ride in one of the boats. That's why I keep them boats out here. Youngsters these days. Darned if I understand them. I'm pretty confused myself.
Nick, this isn't going anywhere.
But this old man is a witness tomorrow, right? We've got to find some way of getting information out of him. My memory's gotten worse of late. That's why I just tell everything important to old Polly here. He's a crazy old pirate. No, he's a noodle shop owner.
Everything important? I wonder. Polly, what's the number of the safe?
1228, rock.
Alright.
Hey, Polly, watch it, will ya?
See, Nick? All it takes is a little clever thinking.
And a criminal mind.
Quick, Nick, write that number down.
Hey, don't get me involved in your little heist schemes. A pasta shop? Yep. To think, the one will live on when I'm gone. My father started, you know, so that makes you to the third generation. Meg.
Yes?
Tomorrow we start on the secret of Dota.
Dota thing?
You too, Keith.
Yes?
You'll be the best pasta wrangler the West had ever seen.
Pasta wrangler? The West? Isn't pasta from Italy?
Meg?
Yes?
You know the best pasta's always been made west of the Rockies. Don't you? Right, of course. Everyone knows that.
Nick?
Huh?
How long do we have to keep up this all in the family charade?
This old man must know something about the murder. We're not leaving until we found out what that is. Nice and here, Keith. Remember the tricolor pasta we're talking about? Our rainbow lioli? I figured the last color would be we should use indigo blue.
Indigo blue.
That didn't seem to work the way I thought it might. I know what has to happen, but I forget how to trigger it. Maybe just when we move out? No. Okay. Oops. Oh. Is that a lawyer's badge? Yes, it is. I don't believe it. This old guy it's the first time. This old guy is the first person to recognize my badge. I get it. Huh? Yep. I got you figured out now. You're not Keith.
I'm Nick. Now's our chance to clear things up.
Sir? No, I'm not Keith.
And I'm not Meg either.
We're here investigating a murder that took place on this lake the other night.
Please, help us.
Oh, a lawyer, huh?
Please, mister.
Alright, I'll help. But on one condition.
What's that?
When this case is over and all done, you run the wet noodle. What? We can't promise that? I can't make this promise. Is there any way to thrill an old man? But, you want my help? You've come to the wrong man.
Uh-oh, now he's grumpy.
Not to mention he still thinks we're his kids. Maybe you should just lie and say we run his shop? Okay, we promise.
Nick, are you sure about this?
Hey, anything to get this case solved. Also, who wouldn't want to eat phoenix noodles?
I guess so.
That's my boy. Good for you, Keith. Wait, didn't I just say... You too, mate.
Yes.
You bring a tear to your old man's eye, you know. No. What was that you want to know? Speak up, Polly.
Hello, walk.
Now he's talking to the bird again. How do we get him to talk to us? Polly is my only friend in the world. Isn't that right, Polly?
Hello, walk.
Are you? fell asleep. Yup, I think it. You know something about this, sir? Keith? Yes? It's okay. You can call me Dad. I'd rather not. Dad, you know something about this? Yup. Last night, out of the lake.
Yes, yes.
I know about that. I've seen it.
What? Tell us. Tell us what you saw.
Well, suppose. Since you were talking over the shop and all. I forgot the time, but it was pretty dark outside. Probably night. Oh, yep. It was after midnight, but okay. Then I heard this bang. So I looked outside. Then I heard another bang. A little while later, this boat comes back. Then a young man walked by the window here. He was muttering something to himself. Yep.
What did he say?
Yep. I forgot. I remember tomorrow was a quad time. Promise.
We need to know that earlier than that.
You know what? Little Terry was just here. Terry? Are you? The kid next door. You always used to make him cry, remember? He was wearing a tattered cloak, a coat. Gonna save some whiskers growing out of his face. What? Oh. This guy? Oh. What? Well, I wouldn't call that whiskers, but you must be talking about Detective Gumshoe. He comes up and tells me to come down to the court tomorrow.
Really?
Somehow I don't think we are going to get much useful information from this guy. Maya, maybe you should be leaving.
I think you're right. Oh wait, I had one more question.
Chin whiskers. Huh?
Polly, have we forgotten something?
Squawk.
Don't forget the DL6, Squawk! I shouldn't be laughing, but that's so out of the blue. It's so I don't know. It's so out of the blue.
Huh? What did you just say, Nick?
One more time, Polly. Don't forget the DL6, Squawk! What? The DL6 incident? Hey, Dad. And he's sleeping again. This is getting weird. Who is this old guy?
Why would that bird Polly know about DL6?
We have to figure out who that old man is.
Oh,
What?
he locked the door from the other side.
Who could that old man be? I think I need to do a little more research on this DL6 incident. Maybe I should ask Detective Gumshoe. Maybe. Hey Paul, long time no see. You don't look so happy. What's wrong this time? Actually, we wanted to ask you something. Yeah? you know the boat rental shop down at God Lake? Oh yeah. The old man who runs it is appearing as a witness tomorrow in court, right? Huh? How'd you... That was supposed to be top secret.
Do you know who that old man is, detective?
Actually, I don't. He's a bit of an odd bird. I haven't been able to get a straight answer out of him. I said first that he wasn't persuasive enough to stand and testify as a witness. That's why we called Miss Lotta Hart yesterday. As for who he is, we have absolutely no idea.
Sounds suspicious.
Detective Gumshoe, please help us. Huh? We need to know about the DL6 incidents. That was when Edgeworth's father died. I can't help but think that it has something to do with this current case. To tell the truth, I don't know much about the DL6 either. Mr. Edgeworth forbade us from reading the file, so I'm afraid I can't show them to you either.
What?
However, if you can convince me somehow that the DL6 incident is related to this case, well, I guess I'd consider opening the file up. I mean, we can't just take the bird under our arm and bring him here and... I mean, obviously we can. What's that? A parrot? The old man at the boat rental shop's parrot. This parrot knew about the incident. That incident? DL6. What? No. A flashback to 2 minutes ago.
Polly, have we forgotten something?
Squawk. Don't forget the DL6. Squawk.
Huh?
I'm pretty sure that old man must have taught her that word. Yeah, but how would that old man know about the DL6 incident? Wait, what if that old man was connected to DL6?
Nick, you think he might be...
I get ya. Sounds like you need information on the DL6 incident. Through there is the station's records room. I give you special permission to go in and find what you need.
Alright, way to go, Detective Gumshoe. Okay, Nick, to the records room.
I guess it's time we faced Edgeworth's past. Okay, he just believes us. I mean... Yeah, look, this is a parrot, and he says something about DL6. Now, can we look at the file? What? I mean, okay, it's Gumshoe. It's funny how often that can be the excuse. You can just say, yeah, it is Gumshoe. He wants to believe. December 26, Police Department Records Room.
Wow, it's amazing, really dusty.
10 years of files and 10 years of dust, I guess.
Let's find the DL6 stuff, quick.
15 years ago, both me and Edgeworth were 9 years old. We were almost through with 4th grade when he suddenly transferred. Because of DL6?
Nick, I found out where the file is.
Oh, thanks.
Just let me know what you want to know about the DL6 incident. I'll go get the right file.
Don't use it as gumshoes if something goes wrong in Pokemon Sun, Moon, Ultra Moon, Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Yeah, it doesn't work there, it just works in these games. Well, first I have to get a handle on the main facts, like a summary.
Right. Summary. Found it. Here you go.
December 28, 2001.
That's exactly 15 years ago, from the day after tomorrow.
So 2 days, the case is closed. The incident took place in the elevator of the district courthouse.
What? Is this the same district courthouse where we are holding the trial now?
Looks like it. Interesting. There was a large earthquake at 2 p.m. on that day. Part of the court building collapsed and all of the lights went out.
Wow, that was some earthquake.
At the time, 3 people were trapped in the elevator. It took 5 hours for them to be rescued. 5 hours.
That would be scary like that in the dark.
Crazy old pirate killing all Edgeworths. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. There was a lack of oxygen in the elevator and the survivors were unconscious.
The survivors?
One of the 3 in the elevator had been shot in the heart. That was Mr. Edgeworth's father.
That was Mr. Edgeworth's father, wasn't it?
He said that his father was shot before his very eyes. So Miles Edgeworth was one of the other passengers in that elevator. Do you have any data on the victim, Edgeworth's father?
Yeah, hold on. Victim. Here, found it.
Gregory Edgeworth, 35, defense attorney. If he were still alive, he'd be 50. He had lost that day's case in court and got in the elevator with his son Miles.
Miles
Edgeworth, of course.
So he was in the elevator with his father.
From the angle of the bullet and other evidence, it could not have been suicide. The murder weapon, a pistol, was found in the elevator. The pistol has been fired 2 times. Oh. Yes, I think it's the same pistol. Oof. The pistol had been fired 2 times. Where have I heard that before? Huh, it sounds just like the current case. What's going on here? Got any data on the suspect in there?
That would be the guy that my mom got arrested. Hold on, this is it.
The man arrested as a suspect in DL6 was Yanni Yogi. He was a clerk in the court, apparently.
So he must have been the 3rd person in the elevator. Well, then he had to have done it.
But he was found innocent, thanks to his defense lawyer, Robert Hammond.
Hammond, the victim in our case.
Right. Baby Miles is adorable. You can only see him from the back. The suspect, Mr. Yogi, was oxygen deprived. So much that he had brain damage. He lost all memory of being in the elevator. After he was declared innocent, he disappeared.
Where could Yogi have gone to, I wonder?
He may be closer than we think. I guess I know generally what happened in DL6 now. I still don't know what sort of impact the whole thing had on Edgeworth.
Nick? Are we going to take the whole file? There's too much. We never get it out.
You're right. How about we just take what we think we need? DL6 case file added to the court record. Yogi is the old man. Yeah, I think that's pretty obvious right now. At least that's a very solid theory. Right. That's probably all we'll be able to find here. Now all that's left is the trial tomorrow. I wonder how Dad will do testifying in court. Okay. And with that, I was streaming for more than 3 hours. I think that's enough for today. And next Sunday we'll be in the court again. And maybe, I think maybe that's the last court day. Anyway. Yes, so... Thanks, Matt. Okay, so yeah, check out fronts.tv, check out discord.fronts.tv for the Discord channel. On fronts.tv you can see all the times I'm streaming, and the other guys, Matt, Brett, and Keldermist, are streaming if they get the time to put it in the schedule. And yeah, I hope you have a very nice... Well, I thank you all very much for watching, of course. It wouldn't be as much fun without you. And I hope you have a very nice rest of the day and rest of the evening, rest of the weekend, and a very pleasant start into the next week. And I hope I'll see you next time. Lao, you bye.